Welcome, everyone, to this skills clinic. I would like to introduce you to Irina. Irina is an internationally recognized transformational nutrition and mindset coach, trusted by Hollywood actors, celebrities, high achieving professional women, and corporations alike. As the founder of the Hollywood Body Method, Irina turned her own journey through depression and yo yo dieting into a holistic wellness movement. Her approach, grounded in nutrition and mindset strategies, empowers women to identify and address the root causes of weight gain, low energy, brain fog, and low willpower. Irina's work is dedicated to building lasting results, instilling confidence, and cultivating a global community of strong women supporting one another. Irina's expertise is supported by degrees and certifications in traditional Chinese medicine, nutrition, neurocoaching, theta healing, and massage therapy. Please join me in welcoming Irina to present this month's skills clinic with the topic How to Enjoy the Holiday Season to the Fullest while being the healthiest version of you. Thank you so much, Irina.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am so beyond pleased to see you all here. It is my real privilege to serve this unique community by sharing my knowledge in the masterclass that I prepared especially for you. So I'm going to share my presentation. And please don't be shy. Let me know right away if you have any questions, if something that I say is you want to understand better. I will be answering questions right away if needed. All right. So today's masterclass is how to enjoy the holiday season to the fullest while being the healthiest version of you. And I want to tell you a story about one particular Christmas that changed the way I celebrate holidays. I was visiting my boyfriend in Germany for Christmas some time ago, and I took that Christmas as a license to eat everything in sight because I was waiting for New Year's to start because that was the start of my New Year resolution. So I kind of was eating everything, and I had to borrow his clothes because mine didn't fit. It was way too tight, and I hated the thought of buying bigger clothes because I wanted to stay slim. And I was in this very uncomfortable situation where I didn't recognize myself in the mirror, and I was not feeling well because I was feeling tired, like almost lethargic. And I was seeing that the way I was eating was making my body bigger every day, but at the same time, I still wanted to kind of eat everything that I could because, with the new year, I had to start my diet and exercise regimen. So please let me know in the chat if you can relate to that, if you had experienced something similar. So that story was about 20 years ago. And I did not enjoy my boyfriend in Germany, although we were in that beautiful area that looked like a postcard. And I was quiet and wanted to hide instead of having fun. And it was my last Christmas when I was waiting for the new year to start my healthy life. And that is why I got certified in holistic nutrition, naturopathy, consistency coaching, and more. Because I wanted to find a solution to my long battle with yo-yo dieting and depression, and because I was a caregiver for my mother since I was a child, and she died in my lap when I was 18, And like even the recent experience when my husband and I had to take care of his mom, bless her soul, she passed away from cancer. These experiences just confirmed my study and my lifestyle choices. And I know 100% that by making and sticking to small changes in our lifestyle, we can have lots of energy, look and feel young, have mental clarity, prevent diseases. We can live longer and have a great quality of life and serve and impact people around us. And that's what I would like to share with you today. And I'm going to go into the chat. I don't know how to do that with my presentation open. Maybe I can't. It's all right. All right. So I'm going to read the chat a little bit later. Or I think I can. Hold on. I'm just going to stop sharing for a second. Oh, yay. Here's the chat. Yes. Thank you. Absolutely can relate to that. Thank you, Sharon. I relate. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. So this is what I would like to talk about today. Hands-on tips how to make holidays enjoyable, avoid temptation and feel great in your body, what to eat to maintain well-being over time without diets and exhaustive workouts and harming your health. And I will share an advanced longevity strategy. The most important thing here is to create a low-effort, healthy lifestyle, to live longer, feel happy, have more mental and physical energy. And please let me know if you would like to hear about how to just enjoy the holidays, how to feel great before, during, and after the holidays, how to have more physical and mental energy, and how to create a low effort, healthy lifestyle to avoid participating in age related decline in your well being. And please let me know also, thank you so much, who is traveling for the holidays? Who is traveling for the holidays? Wherever you go, bring your healthy habits with you, because success comes from what we do consistently, including fun times. Do not leave those pieces that give you structure at home and travel to a new location without your tools that help you to stay well. And organize your fun travel so that you actually can stay on track, feel healthy, and proud of your decision. And sometimes when we travel, real food is not available right away. So let's give ourselves a chance and pack our real food with us so that when we come back, we don't feel the effect of inflammation because we ate too much processed food. So, what can you pack with you just until the real, natural, good quality food is available? You can pack cut carrots, sugar snap peas, apples, some dried fruits like dried mango, apricots, dates, pumpkins, sunflower seeds, nuts. Walnuts and almonds are the skinniest nuts, I find. Plantain chips, roasted edamame, roasted chickpeas, a couple of hard boiled eggs, a couple of small cans of tuna, natural organic cold cuts, cheese if you eat dairy, and you can pick up ready to eat real food at the airport before you board. And make your holiday as active as possible to feel great. Please let me know in the chat what activities can you do on vacation to feel in shape. And I'm just gonna go into the chat to see. Yes. Excellent. Thank you. I pack hard boiled eggs. Good, Sharon. Absolutely great. I will be walking a 5K with family and friends. Oh my God, this is amazing. Lots of water. Okay, this is excellent. Perfect. Perfect. So when we go on vacation, we make sure to, wherever we go, we hike usually. And like my perfect vacation day is when I wake up and I have a good breakfast and then I do something physical, like hiking or going scuba diving, and then I can actually enjoy lunch and relax by the seaside. So that's my perfect vacation, or going skiing too. And for some people who started on clean, healthy eating, holidays loom a little bit scary, but let's face it. Thanksgiving, the American, is coming, and Christmas are just one day long. If we remember that we are products of our environment, we can change our environment to fit our healthy lifestyle. And we can organize our environment to make it harder to eat processed food and to make it easier to eat more natural, good quality foods. For example, we can put, tangerines and small apples instead of candy, because fruits look great as well. And research from the National Weight Control Registry shows that people who stick to their food plan on weekends and through the holidays experience less stress and they're far less likely to gain weight. So, if we plan to stay active with family and friends, we can actually go for a walk in the park between main course and dessert. And this is exactly what we did with our friends when they came over last weekend. You can organize a little dance after dessert. This is especially cool for kids, because even when adults feel a little bit shy and you have kids around, they start jumping, and then, adults start joining them. And there are lots of fun physical games. You can research them online, We have lots of fun when people come over. We don't shy away from, being a little bit physical. And on the day of the holiday, what I suggest is not skipping the meals. First of all, drink your water first thing in the morning and between meals on empty stomach to allow fast absorption and to avoid stretching your stomach. Because the smaller your stomach is, the less hunger hormone it produces. And eat 60 to 90 minutes after you wake up to control blood sugar, unless you're following an intermittent fasting plan that works for you and doesn't feel restraining. I mean, intermittent fasting is based on your preference. If it feels comfortable, if you tried intermittent fasting and it feels uncomfortable, then you shouldn't be really doing it. If you feel great on intermittent fasting, keep on it. Otherwise, 3 balanced meals daily and no snacking between meals unless you're diagnosed with diabetes or hyperglycemia. Not snacking allows cells to rest and detox between meals. And adding protein for breakfast helps stabilize your sugar to avoid blood sugar spikes throughout the day. And also, it allows us to have less moodiness, to avoid anxiety and depression. Because, like when it goes up and down, some people don't even understand if it was sugar that changed the mood or it was really like an external something happened that changed the mood. And if you don't have time to prep your breakfast and you are in Toronto, you can stop by a place like Nut Bar, which is in Leslieville in Toronto by Kate Taylor. Kate is in our community as well. And you might have heard a podcast with Hina about her ingredients. So to maintain a healthy weight, you need to eat when you are hungry. And when you will be celebrating, consider having a regular meal for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Make sure to have a balanced plate. And when you're making a plate, you can safely put like 50% vegetables on your plate. And I offer nutrition and lifestyle strategy services for longevity based on your DNA. But if I don't have a DNA report, I offer, these are the general guidelines for the macros, 1 gram of protein per 1 kilogram of your ideal or goal body weight. Um, could you share with me, like, what do you feel the ideal weight is? Because for me, the ideal weight is when I have the most energy and my weight doesn't fluctuate more than 2 to 4 pounds, And if you are counting in pounds, half the body weight in pounds for protein. If I'm, for example, I'm 56 kilograms, which is about 123 pounds, that makes about 56 to 60 grams of protein per day. So on your plate, your protein should be your palm size. And 2/3 of your palm, starchy carbs like rice, potatoes, pasta, bread, less than your protein size. Some people might have heard that it's 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, but it's best to know how much protein your body requires. If you don't know your genetic protein requirements and feel like your body doesn't agree with lots of protein, stay on the safe guideline of 1 gram per 1 kilogram of body weight, because we don't want to aggravate if you are a low protein person, because some of the most inflamed, unwell clients that I've seen are those who were following a high protein diet. When we did the DNA test, they were actually low protein. So protein requirements as well as carbs and fat is really individual. And as you can see, I'm using the official Canadian healthy plate. That's general requirements. And about of 30 grams of saturated fats or lower per day, which is just the animal fat, dairy, meats, butter, ghee, coconut, and palm oil from the vegetable oils. This is just saturated fat, not total fat. Okay, because there is not enough research on how much fat is required per day to give any guidelines. And if you don't know, fish has unsaturated fat, okay? Who is planning to have dessert for Christmas? Or anyway, anytime you go somewhere to celebrate. So I do, I love desserts. So if you're planning to have like a good portion of dessert, like a good portion of dessert, skip on the starchy carbs, okay? Have only vegetables and your proteins, and you will have a safe space for your dessert. If you're planning to have a good portion of dessert, skip on the appetizers, especially if the meal is coming right away, or keep your appetizers light, like veggies and dip. If you're like me and love desserts, just think about pairing your sugar with protein, fiber, and good fat. Dessert is a treat and is a part of balanced meal, because sugar alone will spike your blood sugar, and especially deadly is sugar with caffeine. If you feel a bit anxious or jittery, like 1 to 2 hours after breakfast or 1 to 2 hours after your mid-afternoon coffee with snack, check what you ate. Because as I said, people can have panic attacks after sugar and caffeine. And if you make these little adjustments of combining sugar with protein, you don't have to give up your favorite foods to feel great. And many of my clients also complain that they eat too much when they drink. I went to a party and woke up 5 pounds heavier, and there is a reason for that. So you're an adult, please make a decision about alcohol consumption yourself. If you're able to stay in the healthy consumption lines and alternate alcoholic beverages with water, and you don't regret anything you ate or said or did when you were drinking, those, like you can make a decision if alcohol is safe for you. And also, what you can do, you can trick your brain into eating less. If you take smaller bites, it allows you to eat slower because it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the food to reach the stomach and for the stomach to send the signal to the brain when it's full. So when you eat slower, you can feel full with less food, and you can actually catch the moment when you are like 80% full and avoid stretching your stomach. And as I said, the smaller the stomach is, the less hunger hormone it produces. So you will be less hungry. And you can also, try to put your fork down between bites. And it also, tricks your brain to pay more attention to conversation around you and allows this time for the food to reach your stomach and avoid overeating. And one tip, which is super simple, but as Hina would say, don't allow the simplicity of this fool you. Chew at least 25 times because, actually the more time we chew, like up to 60, the better. Because good digestion reduces inflammation in the digestive tract and it helps maintain a healthy weight. Please help me understand if this is helpful. Thank you. This is excellent. Use the sauna dance contest. Desserts, excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Thank you, Deborah. Excellent. So, and also very, very important. Please let me know if you've noticed that your willpower when it comes to exercise and eating healthily is at times very strong and at times it is weak. Because willpower is a rechargeable battery. And it has a full bar in the morning when we are rested. And the more you exercise your willpower when it is strong, the better you become at it. And when willpower battery is low, usually it's at halt times: hungry, angry, lonely, tired. You might eat some foods that you're trying to avoid and start engaging in unhealthy habits that you don't want to do. Do you want to know why? I have a slide here that explains everything. Because willpower center is in the prefrontal cortex that is also responsible for making decisions and social behavior. And all kinds of decisions, like big and small, from should I get married or invest my millions to what color shirt should I wear today. All of these decisions take a little bit of willpower. And the good news is that we can recharge the willpower with rest, connection, mindfulness, eating when we are hungry, drinking when we are thirsty. And that is why it is so important to listen to our body signals. And I'm going to drink now. So when the willpower is low, our limbic system overrides our healthy decisions with what's familiar and easy. And skipping the guilt and punishment when it comes to judging our healthy lifestyle is crucial. You can use 80 to 20% rule to calm your perfectionist when you start feeling guilty about some food choices that you made. If you eat 80% natural, fresh, live, good quality foods that you're supposed to eat, and if you eat 10 or 20% processed or sugary food, you are a winner. Congratulate yourself for what is going well. Because the important thing here is not allowing yourself to feel guilty because you expect only perfection from yourself. It's like wearing the world like a loose garment or touching lightly, right? By allowing ourselves some flexibility, we are not giving ourselves the motive to feel guilty. And the guilt trip is the real road to hell, because as living creatures, we are programmed to avoid pain and seek pleasure the easiest way possible. So guilt feels like pain for our limbic system, and because the limbic system, it's like in between, like it's in the center of our brain, is the prehistoric part of the brain that controls unconscious processes like heartbeat, breathing. It has the power to override our decision-making part of the brain and our willpower. And here I really would like to remind you of Hina's teaching, the forgiveness statement. I forgive myself for judging myself because my new truth is, because when the judgment arises, we need to prevent spiraling down, because if we allow the guilt to surface and rule our world, our limbic system will veer us off to avoid pain as fast as possible, and it will go directly into the unconscious coping mechanisms, like scrolling on social media. In like worst case scenarios, people go use gamble, use tobacco, alcohol, some use food. And for some people, feeling guilty because they eat, just an extra bite of chocolate might send them to eat more food, because it's the limbic system that activates. I already ruined my perfect healthy day, and I might as well enjoy as much food as possible, and I will restart tomorrow, So that comes as avoidance of feeling the pain of guilt. Okay, and just remember that we need to avoid also punishing ourselves with more cardio or intermittent fasting or diet, because that's the start of the binge restrict cycle. So here what I would like to say is that because willpower is a rechargeable battery, don't rely on your willpower. Just be prepared for the times when it's going to be weak. Like it's going to be weak. And just make a decision about healthy meals, and make sure that everything is ready for them. Because creating a healthy meal at around 5 p.m. from scratch and going to buy the food will most likely end up with ordering a pizza, because pizza is familiar and easy, and the limbic system just overrides the willpower because we are hungry or tired or lonely or even angry. But by the way, if we are faced with situation with pizza, we can make a balanced meal out of it. Just make sure to ask to put the real ingredients, like real cheese on it if you eat cheese, and consider your pizza a carb because there is more carb in it. Add some protein, and have a big salad with it. And now you will have a balanced meal. All right? So please let me know if a little bit of description of how willpower works was helpful in understanding why we need to avoid guilt. All right. Thank you so much. Yes, we will put the presentation to download. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so, what I want also to let you know that there are lots of wonderful programs out there, like wonderful doctors, nutritionists, personal trainers who design great programs and write books about what to eat and how to exercise to have more energy and feel healthy. Like low carb, high protein, high fat, carb loading, intermittent fasting. And the thing is, all of those things work, but they have to work for your unique body chemistry. And I really believe that people are doing their best with the information that comes out of every media source. There is a lot of information about health and what to take to stay healthy. And I do see that people are trying all the things. Please share with me who is feeling a little bit confused. People, try intermittent fasting, they try carb cycling, vegetarian, they don't know if they have to do high intensity interval training for exercise or heavy weights, or, try cool plunging. And if you are doing it all, it's a little too much. You might not need some of those steps. And maybe you tried some programs and they helped you to achieve some results. And when you feel that it's time for change in your lifestyle, you don't have as much energy as you want to have, and you feel kind of blah, and you want to make a decision to start a new plan, and exercise more, it would be really helpful if you based your decision on your body chemistry. Because when people start a wrong diet or wrong exercise regimen, body experiences metabolic stress, and it doesn't get enough nutrients, and it very often creates metabolic stress, and then people don't feel that great. And people start fighting cravings until a certain point, until they snap. And after people snap, they usually give up and break, they take a break from this demanding healthy lifestyle. Please let me know in the chat who noticed if when you try a new diet change, your skin might become flaky, or nails more brittle, or there is less energy, or like even lower mood and more cravings. Yeah. Thank you, hair loss for sure, like a yo-yo cycle. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, happened. Yes. So you do know what I'm talking about. So what happens is, if we stick to that, what happens is that if we force ourselves, we then, because I did it myself, I was looking for answers like many people, and I tried all kinds of diets, detoxes and intermittent fasting, and they worked, but just for a short period of time. And then I always ended up, ruining my diet, stopping my hard exercise program, because it was, unsustainable. And it was, for me, impossibly hard to maintain that. So I actually, I quit, took a break, and I gained more weight. So this is what happens in the body when we try hard and then we quit. This research was done by comparison of body composition when clients were first measured at the weight loss clinic when they lost weight. Okay, 40 pounds of lost weight contains 20 pounds of fat, 12 pounds of water, and 8 pounds of muscle. And this is why it's very important to exercise when you want to speed up your metabolism. Okay, and when people take a break from very strict diet and hard exercise routine, they don't go back to the gym usually, right? And this is what happens when people gain the weight back. 40 pounds of weight back contains 24 pounds of fat, so more fat, 16 pounds of water, and 0 muscle mass, okay? Because muscle mass stays down and it's just the fat that grows, and then the metabolism gets slower, and that's what happens with yo-yo dieting. With every next diet is becoming harder and harder. Please let me know who else finds this research fascinating, because I do. Deborah is saying, I believe in eating clean, eat when hungry, understand what you are eating. Thank you so much, Deborah. So what happens if we continue with the wrong diet and exercise plan? We might experience more symptoms we don't enjoy. If there are two things I would love for you to retain after today's masterclass, they are: avoid guilt when you try to eat healthily, and don't start a new exercise regimen and a diet without researching if this diet and exercise is good for your body chemistry. So if you tried a great program and had the results but couldn't keep them, or you fell off the wagon right in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the program because you were having less energy, or you were feeling depressed, or that or it was just too hard for you, that means that program was not right for you. There is no need feeling guilty. Now, on the other hand, if your diet and exercise plan is right for you, then you feel more energetic. This is how you can understand if what you're doing is actually working. Eating and moving right for your body chemistry can optimize, your feeling great, and it's easier to sustain. Because it feels great and you have lots of energy, mental clarity, and your body is in a healthy weight, and you're enjoying this great mood, and you can sustain it and feel great forever, So Leslie is sharing, I lost 65 pounds a decade ago. With appetite suppressant. I tried all kinds of pills too. I don't want to use suppressant to lose again, but it looks like it will be harder to do. If you just use the rules of not making it too hard on yourself, it's going to be all right. I live my life like this and see the changes. People tell me I am aging in reverse. Consistency. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So, a strong food noise is an indication that the body is missing nutrients. How can you tell that you're eating enough for your body chemistry? Is that you have no cravings, like beyond external stimulation, there are no cravings like that. So what I would like to share with you also is that we really live in this wonderful time when we can get all the answers we need to feel our best, to make it easier for us to be better versions of ourselves. And before we try to understand how to actually understand what's going to work for the body. In traditional Chinese medicine, we use the five elements. There is Ayurveda in traditional medicine as well. And right now, what we can do is that we can take all of your metabolic genes and integrate them and see how do they behave together, and have a really detailed description of what to do to improve the areas that need improvement. And once you know your genes, you can actually influence, through your lifestyle and nutrition, which genes can be activated. The ones that make you healthy and vibrant, or the ones that increase the risks of getting sick. And we need to watch out for longevity blockers. Here is like improper nutrition. I'm talking about people who are eating the wrong food, or they are trying their best to eat the right healthy food and still they don't see results because they need more personalized approach to food. And besides nutrition, there are other factors that influence longevity, like chronic stress, inflammation, lack of sleep, and genetics. And I want to bring your attention to the fact that we can influence all of the factors that block longevity, okay? So the good news is that we are in total control of having a good quality of life and live longer. Our lifestyle can turn the position of our genes. You can influence which genes will be expressed through your diet, lifestyle, mindset, which you're doing already. Congratulations. Psycho-spiritual state and environment. And I'm going to give you an example, how you can influence your genes. You probably heard of telomeres. These are the protective caps at the end of chromosomes that allow our cells to renew. And each time a cell divides, the telomeres become slightly shorter. Eventually, they become so short that the cell can no longer divide successfully and the cell dies. And when our cells can no longer renew, we die. So we can protect telomeres from shortening too fast by being physically active. Does it make sense? Please let me know if it makes sense. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you. So, once you have your DNA report, you can create your low effort, healthy lifestyle. Okay, this is my cue that I am about to finish. And your longevity style should be personalized, evidence-based, and easy to maintain. I mean, did I say enough time, low effort, and easy to maintain, and you can stick to it? So we really need to focus on, what you can do consistently. And your nutrition should actually include the foods that you like, okay? And excellent, thank you, Sharon. When your body gets enough nutrients to produce enough enzymes, hormones, and other substances to optimize your well being, your energy soars, your cravings disappear, and you feel great. And I'm going to give you a very short example of a Hollywood actor who is used, she needs to prepare for her role every 6 months or so. And in her 20s, she used to exercise a lot and eat very little to prep for a role. But in mid 30s, it didn't work as well. And she was taking about 30 supplements a day, basically everything that was lowering inflammation. And some of those supplements were actually doing more harm than good, which are surprisingly turmeric or curcumin and coconut oil. Coconut oil, like both of them, they're supposed to lower inflammation. But in her case, it was increasing inflammation. And we got the answers for her. We removed foods that caused a weight gain, because inflammation increases weight gain. And we supported her neurotransmitters to reduce cravings. We found out which vitamins and minerals are genetically low and needed support. What kind of exercise was best for her, because if it's too hard for her, then it creates too much cortisol, and then it's inflammation, which is slowing down the weight loss for her. And also how her body detoxes to help balance her hormones, her thyroid, because her detox was a bit slower, and then when we removed the turmeric and coconut oil, it became much better. So with those answers, I designed a couple of meal plans based on what she likes to eat. And Hannah melted 20 pounds of fat in about 2 months and was feeling more energetic and stronger than ever. And she is very happy with the result. And the thing is also is that when your nutrition is right for your body chemistry, you feel full longer with less food and you feel energetic. And just to recap, commit to sticking to your clean, healthy eating, even on special occasion, to reduce the effect of inflammation, and it's going to be wonderful. Eat when you're hungry to maintain stable blood sugar and energy level. Have breakfast with protein. Make a balanced plate. Stop eating at 80% full by tricking your brain into eating less. Don't rely on your willpower, and avoid guilt tripping and punishment. And don't forget to celebrate. Just celebrate, okay? When you go out for Christmas, just connect, play, dance, allow yourself to feel beautiful, because you are. And this is the end of today's skill clinic for me. For me, it was like 5 minutes. I could have gone for hours. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Irina. We really appreciate it. I'm going to leave it open for some questions if anyone wants to raise their hand and ask Irina any questions.
Thank you so much, Jalpa. Maimuna, well, I hope I am pronouncing it well. Thank you so much, Leslie. Thank you, Sharon. How do you get the DNA test done? Oh, it's by sweeping your cheek and sending it to the lab. And I can help you with that. I can explain how it's done. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg like before, and it's much more accurate. Excellent. And then we receive the raw data of your DNA test and then put it in the database and get the report. And based on that report, we can create a low effort lifestyle strategy. Is it the same as genomic testing? Yes, it's genomic testing. Yeah, perfect. Deborah has a question. Hold on, I'm gonna go up. Thank you so much. What would be an example of a low effort lifestyle? I read constantly about 10,000 steps per day and heavy weights. An example of a low effort lifestyle would be what actually Hina teaches us, just when you know exactly what's good for your body, how we sit down together and we imagine with the time that you have, how you can actually include it in your lifestyle. For example, like 10,000 steps are great, but if you have to be in front of your computer, I have a standing desk. That actually makes a big difference in my life, because after I will finish this presentation, I will stand up again and continue to work in front of my computer. And it's your genetic report that's supposed to show you if heavy weights is the right thing for you to do. All right. Oh, Deborah wanted to ask, please go ahead, Deborah.
Hi, I just wanted to know, for someone that's older, an older diabetic person, what would you suggest one thing that can make a difference?
Well, one thing that
just make a difference during the holidays, maybe.
Well, it's the same thing as I already said, is to watch out for your blood sugar, is to actually make sure that you eat your breakfast and it has protein, the balanced breakfast that you can have in the morning. You don't skip your meals. And if you are planning to have a dessert, then no carbs for you. With the main course, and a small portion of a dessert only. And fiber, like the balanced plate that I presented in the presentation, that would be 50% your vegetables and your the size of your palm, your protein. And if you're planning to have a dessert, not a big one, just you have to skip on the starchy carbs, like potato and rice and bread. And don't forget to drink your water between meals. That's also important. Was it helpful? Please let me know. Excellent. Thank you. And another question for a vegetarian. Okay, great reminder for me and some new information as well. Perfect. For the vegetarian, the breakfast. So you probably know about combining grains and legumes. That actually helps us to get all of the amino acids that we need for full protein intake. Also, I don't know if you enjoy tempeh and all kinds of soy products that can be included as well. I don't know if you eat dairy. Actually, a DNA test can show you if dairy is right for you or not, because some of us, we retained, it's actually a gene mutation. We can process dairy for as long as we live, and some of us can't. It depends on your genes. So that would be helpful too. And algae, of course. I don't know if you enjoy algae. I love it. You know, like spirulina is great. It has lots of protein inside. Um, Please let me know if you tried it and if you like it. It's a blue algae spirulina. It usually comes in powder. You can take like a small jar and it will last you forever. You can put it in your smoothies. You can put it in your oats. You know, it will make your oat blue and green. So stuff like that. All right. I cannot hear you, sorry. Bring it on. Yes. Holiday decorating and family time. Absolutely. It's definitely a hard one to take. Are you talking about spirulina? Yeah, it has a taste in it. So usually, you know, it goes well with mushrooms or some other strong tastes that actually um, that actually can help to take spirulina or other algae. You know, algae they have lots of protein in them. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. So, is there any more questions? I would, you know, like this is what I love to share about. We can be here for 3 hours, but I know that we have to finish at a certain time. So, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate this community. I am so grateful for everybody who came, and I'm grateful for Hina and for Charmaine and to Alex. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you all soon. I hope all of you are healthy and have lots of energy and just enjoy life. Love you all.
Thank you so much, Irina. Thank you to everyone that, excuse me, showed up today for this skills clinic. Very, very grateful. Hope that you're enjoying Integration Week.